Everyone's super bullish for many months now, but really the prices just move inside the same range endlessly. Bitcoin 30 to 50K. Where do you see it going to all-time high? So it is quite remarkable how frustrated people are and how people expect huge results. We're going to go through a whole bunch of stuff here because this is a really interesting question. So first of all, there is an infamous story from a famous researcher in the last century who discovered that for years in a row, the top performing stocks in 1 year would go on to beat the market again in the following year. Done. Real simple. But the pattern was so consistent that, he just kept on making free money. Then he published his research, and then the pattern failed to repeat. So the interesting story is here, I think we're beginning to see a situation where hedge funds, etc., are beginning to front run a lot of the price action. There's so much data out there. For example, technical analysis maps out human behavior. And in my opinion, on-chain analysis is technical analysis on steroids. But people are front running a lot of the action right now. Now, if you look at the other aspect here, the efficient market hypothesis or theory states that all prices reflect all information, and never before, and I've been thinking a lot about this, never before in the history of the world have we seen more of a transparent system with information because of on-chain analytics. And that is causing a few things to be a little bit different. It's almost so much information, it almost makes it too predictable. And that is one of the problems. And I mentioned the story about the last researcher, but let me just dig deeper. Putting all that aside, putting all the short-term price activity aside, let's jump into exactly what else is going on. First of all, I got into Bitcoin because I was fascinated by scarcity. I know a lot about economics, supply and demand, etc. And Bitcoin is becoming more scarce over time. We face exponential user growth, and the denominator is debasing by 20% per year. If Bitcoin does not go up by 25% year over year over the next decade, I would be stunned. And that'll easily get us to $800,000 by 2030. That's just math, but it's going to go a lot higher than that. And why? First of all, a destination reminder. This is stock to flow. I know stock to flow doesn't hold always, but there are times when it does deviate from the stock flow. But the truth of the matter is supply and demand impacts stores of wealth. And as a quick reminder, everybody, if you look at these assets here, you've got diamonds, silver, gold. Gold is the one we'll focus in on, $10 trillion asset. This is what Bitcoin's going for. No ifs, ands, or buts because of stock to flow. Bitcoin will be more scarce than gold in less than 2 years. Then we have real estate. It has a stock to flow of over 100. And that's where Bitcoin is going to. So $100 trillion asset. As many people say, it's going to 10x, and then it's going to 10x again. The first 10x will be to hit gold market cap. Second 10x is going to hit real estate. We just don't know when. But I think it was Preston Pysh said at the conference, buy Bitcoin, wake up in 5 years. Your answer, you'll be very happy. And I think that's just the clear thing. Now, the other thing to show you how fast things change, and you guys know I love price prediction models, I love modeling, and I dug up an old one from 2019 where I was trying to convince my friends and network and family to buy Bitcoin. And this is 4 years ago. And I ran through 20 different price prediction models. They were some of them very mathematical, very crude. Some of them had some mistakes, like when I reassessed the Metcalfe's law, we now have a different model, which is a much higher price. But 4 years ago, I basically predicted that Bitcoin was going to hit $113,585 by the year 2030, guaranteed. Now, people thought I was crazy because back then Bitcoin was like $6,000. How can an asset go from 6,000 to 113,000 in 10 years or 11 years at the time? I think I actually had it out to 2029. It was exactly 10 years. And I guaranteed people we're going to get there. They thought I was crazy. So here I am again. Again, don't worry about this. It's not sideways. It's just a question of time before it does do that 10x, and then it does another 10x, everybody. And by the way, Do Kwon just bought another 4,000 Bitcoin. He now has just shy of 40,000 Bitcoin. He has denied 40,000 whole coiners in the last few weeks. Think about that. And he is one of the smartest minds in the whole space.